I'm your host with the most, Logan 23. Joining me for Endless Summer Book 3, Chapter 3. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. The Dorado. Pale moonlight silhouettes a woman leaning against the railing of the prow of the ship. She turns towards you. John. Quinn? Oh my god. It can't be, can it? You were hit by a rocket, man. Like, we saw you explode. Hang on, are we talking to Ariel or Ursula? Quinn pops out her cheeks, trying not to look hurt by the question. It's me. Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt anyone. You rush forward, sweeping Quinn up in a deep hug. She wraps her arms around your shoulders and presses her lips to yours. I missed you so much, John. Diego conspicuously clears his throat. We can, leave if you two need to catch up. Quinn flushes pink and reluctantly leaves your arms, walking towards your friends. Please don't, really. I'm so happy to see you all. Have you seen any sign of the others? How did you survive the explosion? Where did you get that outfit? Where did you get that outfit? I'm gonna go with survive. It seems like the more neutral thing, and it's actually a good question. By all rights, you should be dead right now. But if talking about nearly being obliterated too much is for you, we understand. It's okay, Raj. Everything's a little hazy after I blocked the rocket. There was the blast, and... Don't mind me. Our safety record for the last few weeks hasn't been my best. Then I floated down and landed on this ship. I forgot him. Damn. Cross a witch and you'll be lucky to live long enough to regret it. She asked to sail with me and I agreed. Never knew when you might need a love spell cast on someone AML. Suddenly, Quinn winces. She doubles over and braces against your shoulder. Oh no, are you okay? Malatesta, if you heard her. It's not him. It's... She looks over her shoulder the way one would when a stranger is following them home at night. Is it that thing that gave you your powers? His eyes meet yours, a fixture of relief and loss on her face. You make it sound like I'm a superhero. The things I could do before, I doubt I'd be able to do again. I lost my connection to the presence after the rocket hit. Really? How do you know it's gone? I tried reaching out to it again. I wanted to fly, to see if I could find everyone, but I couldn't. What does that mean for your health? So whatever it was got used up? What does that mean for your health? I'm actually more concerned about that. Has your Rotterdams come back? No, but there's something else. I constantly feel hollow, incomplete, like the most important part of me got taken away. What do you mean? Fear and yearning clash in Quinn's eyes. She turns back towards the sea. I'm so sorry, everyone. I remember everything. What I did, what I felt when it was controlling me. The island's heart is broken into two halves, and the Presence wanted to find them desperately. That would explain a few things. Then we need to get back to the piece Rourke took and try to find the rest of it. We do? The heart contains so much energy, more than you can imagine. If Rourke gets both halves, he'll be able to alter time however he wants. She clenches her chest and staggers a little. It's like I'm chained to it, and anytime it pulls me, it hurts. We gotta fix this. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Or all right. I'm sure there's something we can do, right? There is. You can start by getting the other half before Rourke does. Agreed. The hider has no right to command the heart. How would we find it, though? It wasn't exactly a cakewalk getting the first half of it of steel. I think I can bring it to its location. Autistic rose a little under his mustache, crossing his arms tight. This is a Lowell's man. Are you truly so thick-headed?
In case you forgot, this is still my ship, and you won't be using it for your goody two-shoes nonsense.
Wake up, man. We must do something.
So it's a we now, Yvi? Since when did you reduce yourself to trapezing about with children? Watch it, Davy groans. You're a little outnumbered here.
Maltester grits his teeth and steps up to Jake, who gets in his face. Before a fight can break out, Yvonne stomps her foot on the floorboards. Harriet! She walks over to you and whispers in your ear. We have two choices, Sherry. Love or violence. Either I knock Mel out or I knock Mel out, eh?
Yvonne, seduce him into submission.
My pleasure. Yvonne strolls up to Melatesta with a swing of her hips.
Okay, I like where this is going.
I think you want to cooperate with Miss Amia's enfance, Mal? Maltesta straightens his imposing height, crosses his arms across his broad chest.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
Yvonne pulls on his lapels to hunch his posture to her short stature and whispers something quietly in his ears. As she finishes her hushed statement, Maltesta pulls away with a shocked face.
Ye wouldn't dare. Ye detest me.
Perhaps, just perhaps, I could be persuaded. Everyone watches in dumbfounded silence as the two exchange furtive remarks in hushed French. You can slice attention out here with a curved blade. After a few moments, Maltesta raises a sour gaze to the group.
All right, we'll have it your way, but you'll follow my instructions all the way there. This is a pirate ship, not a playpen. Aye, aye, Captain Crunch.
You inch your way over to Yaman as conversation buzzes around you. So, what did you say to him to make him change his mind? I never kiss and tell. Maltester grumbles. He takes a flask from his coat and gulping its contents.
God help me. Beds are down below, which stay put for navigation. Out with all of you.
Quinn walks over to the steering wheel and begins turning it with all of her diminutive might. Welcome aboard, everyone. On the ship's lower level, you find a hammock and pass out the moment you lay your head down. Oh, and here I was hoping to spend some time with Quinn. You wake up the next morning to the sound of water splashing onto someone's face. No, don't eat me. I know my name is and on the menu, but that doesn't mean that. Oh, I was asleep.
Up with ye. There's work to be done. This is a pirate ship, not a lodge.
I'm up. Jeez, dude. Michelle gets out of her hammock quickly, inching away from Mal in this vicious bucket of seawater. Rude. Now Testa turns to you and holds up the bucket threateningly.
And you? We also need some encouragement.
Not at all, sir. That's John, always taking the high road. I'll get to it right away.
That you will, matey.
When you reach the deck, you see your friends scuttling to and fro on the ship. Ahoy, John! Looks like the pirate's life is for us.
Scrawny one, I told you to clean those scuppers.
Okay, but you never explained what scuppers even are. Vaughn's legs dangle from the top of the crow's nest, dozens of feet overhead. As you approach, she waves with her spyglass. Bonjour, John. Near the prow, Jake and Raj are organizing bundles of rope. As you walk over to them, you see Jake demonstrate an elaborate mini-loop knot.
It's not that hard, Pineapple Express. You're overthinking it.
How are you so good at this?
Naval Academy taught a little, but I kept learning as a hobby. You'd be surprised at some of the situations where it comes in handy.
Yeah, it's called a sailor's knot. Is that so?
Oh, Boy Scout. Didn't see you there.
Please, I'd love to hear all about the practical applications of tying rope. Or Jake can reply, Yvonne's shouts urgently from the crow's nest. Miss Amiz, you want to see this? She slides down her rope gracefully. It's on the deck and offers you her spyglass. Look in the direction she indicates. and see two familiar faces on the shore. Craig and Sean. You're bound and gagged, but it's clearly them, surrounded by arachnid soldiers. It's Sean and Craig. They're being held captive. You see them? You pass the spyglass to Estella. Look who's next to them. She hands it back to you. Oh, yes, it's me. Hi, how are you? I hate you so much. Alistair and Mike are standing a short distance away, preparing to board a military speedboat. The other soldiers are dragging Sean and Craig towards the vessel. They're getting on a boat. Not on my damn watch. Let's board them now. Jake, Mike tried to kill us before. Are you sure we can stop him? I can't not try, John. I can't. Just focus on getting Sean and Craig. I'll handle Mike. Altesta lets out an impatient growl. Arrgh, quick you gawking. There's much to do. Gawking? Our friends have been kidnapped. Are you really gonna try and stop us from rescuing them? Stop you? I'm gonna help you. This is a pirate ship, not a peace vessel. You wanna raid a ship? You're speaking my language. Nice to see you in the bon humor for once, you sludge-eating flatfish. Don't play nice, you conniving Harvey. You'll not take more booty than me, Miss Witch. Take a starboard. Changing course. You feel Yvonne tap your shoulder. If you're joining us on the raid, monsieur, you should fly our colors. Come again? By the way, okay, so when it comes to outfits, I want to keep the current one we have. So right now I'm looking at something, and the only thing that outfits will really give you is points with people, and I know we're all about that. However, the fact that you guys can see what choices give is more crucial, especially if you guys want to pick something different but you don't know which way it'll go. So that way it'll help you guys. So I'm going to keep on that outfit until we get something quote-unquote better, or it does play a role in the mission. So just thought I'd let you guys know that. So yeah. Yvonne leads you to a chest sitting on the deck, kicks it open, and garments of soft muslin and tailored leather can be seen inside. She rummages around, yanking out several pieces and draping them over her arm. Bon, it should fit you nicely. Swashmabuckle. Do you have a booty? Actually, can we go to the closet at any time? We can, can't we? Okay, I mean, I guess we can gain the points and then throw back on the other outfit. Let's see if that works or not. Let's actually see. Oh, you guys will get to learn. Let's buy this outfit. So let's try. And then let's go with the look. Let's gain the points. You pose with your hands on your hips and beam at your friends. Army mateys, or hearties. Whoa, check out John, guys. Yes, Jack Sparrow got nothing on you. Consider me impressed. Somehow you managed to make Ren Fair clothes look good. Jake walks by and does a double take. Damn, Boy Scout, you can board my ship any time. Oh, man. Wow. Okay, can we go back now? Checking again through the spyglass, you notice Alistair is glaring towards your ship and hurriedly ordering arachnid soldiers around. Troops take up a formation on the speedboat and raise their guns. The engine revs to life. They're trying to run for it. We'll never catch them in the ship. Aye. Then I'd say it's time to even the odds. Miss Witch, bring us in. Yvonne, catch the sail to the wind. He turns his narrowed gaze to you, pointing into a pile of giant chains and a spear tip the size of your head. Quickly now, hook the spearhead to the boom chains and then load it to the cannon. Hook? You definitely hook the spearhead onto the... excuse me. Heavy chain, then load it onto a cannon and fasten the first chain link onto the barrel. You're natural at this pirate thing, John. Maltester prepares the flint, looking down at you.
Listen carefully. Once I light it, aim at the boat's broadside. His head whips around to the others. Cover your ears and hold on to something. He strikes the flint, bringing the fuse to life. Aim at the flank. Keep your aim steady to the side of the boat. Aye, we'll make a sea salty stog out of you yet. Now hold on. Kaboom! The spearhead launches from the chain, trailing behind it. Just when it looks like the speedboat is getting too far ahead, the sharp blade pierces its metal-clad hull. The boat lurches wildly as it's snared by the boom chain, and you and hear Alistair and the arachnid troop shouting. What was that? Is that a pirate ship? Defensive formation, now. Altesta leans toward you in a excited gleam in his eye, no less. I got 3 things to tell you about raiding, John. 1, don't die. Arachnid soldiers take aim at the bow chain, and their bullets ricochet harmlessly off of the heavy links. Raj tosses swords and daggers to people from the armory cabinet. So what if they got guns? We're gonna slice and dice and Julian them! That just made me hungry. Over here, Raj. Tosses you a cutlass, and you take some test swings. Secondly, the sea's as much a weapon as any blade. Use her to your advantage. The stretch of water between you and the speedboat is closing quickly. Jake pulls out a rope net covered in iron weights. This looks good in case we need to subdue a bunch of them. And 3, take no prisoners. Except, our friends who are prisoners. We want them. It's obvious. Yvonne and Malatesta grab free hanging ropes. You, Estella, Raj, and Jake do the same. A l'abordage! You open your mouth to unleash a battle cry. Payback time. Alistair. For Sean and Craig. Arrgh! We want Estella. This is personal. If only there was something for Quinn. We need to get points up with her now. Hoisted on a rope, you swing over onto the arachnid speedboat. Sean and Craig's eyes widen as they watch you land on the rear deck. They struggle against their bonds. Enemy sighted. Stop! Don't shoot! All of you stand down! What? We're literally being attacked! I represent Everett Rock here, and I order you to stand down. Soldiers look across one another and reluctantly comply. Alistair's eyes scan your group, his expression riddled with shock and disbelief. You're alive. You're all alive. No thanks to you. Father said you tried to escape, and that you were all gunned down, that you'd all rather die than be his prisoner. Get your grip, Malfoy. For how smart you act. You're good at playing dumb when it's convenient. That's not... Think about it. Your father has lied to your entire life. Why would this be any different? Alistair, Rourke tried to kill us the moment you left for the Greys. Alistair's hands start to shake, his chest calving like he's been punched. Caving, yeah, caving. I was right the first time. Calving. I'm like, what? Caving, calving. I'm sorry, I didn't... No, I swear, I'm sorry. Like hell you are. If you're so sorry, why are our friends tied up and being held at gunpoint? Alistair nervously runs a hand through his hair, his eyes frantically dart between all of you. It's complicated. Mike strides up to Alistair, his bionic eye glinting menacingly. Sir, hostages are our first priority. Mike, you'd never go along with this. Is any of you left in there? Wake up! Mike remains still as a statue, save for his arms, which level a gun at Jake. Altesta waves his pistol restlessly. This is awful a lot of talking for a raid. We fighting or not? John, please, just walk away. I don't want to hurt you. We're not leaving without Sean or Craig. So be it. Guards, capture them. Keep them alive. The arachnid troops take up a defensive position around Alistair, Sean, and Craig. Yvi, you still got your perfume? I never leave shore without it. Yvonne procures a small ball with a pin in the center. Malatesta takes it, bites the pin, and throws it. A smoke screen pours rapidly from the bomb, creating confusion around the soldiers. Stay together! Through the haze, you see two fists crackling with electricity comes into focus. Ready to dance, kid? Malatesta's ship rocks hard in the speedboat from the tossing waves. A metal pail rolls across the deck beside you. What did Malatesta say to use as my weapon? Tripper into the water. Arachnid soldiers recovers and bounds forward to throw an electric fist into your face. Use a pail in her face, dodge, and kick Tripper into the water. Use the sea as your ally. The sea? She aims her punch high. Notice how it's a she, but we can't tell because of the damn armor. You crouch and sweep your leg at her feet, throwing her off balance. What? The ship lurches to one side and the soldiers flung into the railing. You press the advantage by grabbing her ankle and tossing the woman into the water. Craig cheers appreciatively through his gag. A sudden wind clears smoke from the ship and revealing the chaotic battlefield. Varen climbs toward the helm of the ship to engage Mike. A flurry of expert blows and dodges flies between them. As the humans say, get wrecked. I've never been more proud. So proud, Malatesta and Yvonne are peppering the surrounding soldiers with pistol blasts. When's the last time we did this, Evie? The Santo Domingo rum heist?
It was a good night, and a good rum.
On the rear deck, Estella bends backwards to dodge a punch. Jay closes his hands around the fist and sends the soldier reeling. Raj hides behind them, clutching the weighted net and repeating the same sentence to himself. Just get through this, and you can say you raided with pirates. Just get through this.
Every time I crack up at that.
Two guards reluctantly cut off your view with the rest of the boat, but one with a beat stick, the other with a pistol. I'm gonna need some help here. So, you can go with Yvonne. She does some cover fire. It has no effect, though. Jake can flank them. It gives you 1 point. Or Raj will throw his net. We went with throw the net in the normal edition. Let's go with Jake flank them. On it, Boy Scout. Rolling under the ground. Under a guard that Stella spears down, Jake flings a dagger to catch one of the Arachnid soldiers in the hand. Ugh! Jake wrestles into the ground. You knock the beat stick from the other soldier's hands. Ram the butt of your sword onto his head, and he slumps over, out cold. With the path clear, you finally reach Sean and Craig. Mike, beaten back by Varen, aims a gun at you when Alistair shoves it from his hands. Do not kill them! Quickly remove the gags from Sean and Craig's faces. They begin coughing and stretching their jaws. John, you're here! Yeah, John is! We owe you a big time! While Jake, Yvonne, Malatesta, and Varen defend, you hastily cut through their ties. Before you can do anything else, Sean's tall frame arches over you. Duck! As you duck down, he catches Arachnid operatives by their baton, twisting it from their hands and smashing them hard over the head. Soldier hits the deck unconscious, chest heaving. Sean gazes down at you. John, I'll never let you down again. Sean. In the distance, the second speedboat from the Arachnid troops rushes towards you. Jay curses under his breath. Ah, Jesus. How many people did Lundgren recruit? Being an Arachnid used to mean something. Take Alistair. They won't harm us if we have him. Yvonne aims her gun at Alistair and gestures towards the Dorado. Cross over to our ship. I've already tried to tell you. Va, tout suite. Alistair reluctantly jumps the narrowing gap between the two vessels, and Yvonne covers you as the rest of the group escapes. When you reach the deck, Alistair is already being tied up on Michelle. Ah, that hurts. Good. Michelle. Sean, are you alright? Are you hurt? Guys, we gotta go. The other ship is coming. We're not going anywhere without Mike. Jacob points to a figure hovering in the sky. I think he feels the same way.
Mike's jetpack brings him down on the deck. I swear to Christ. Whoever made Mike just has a huge fetish for Boba Fett.
We're stern Alistair to the arachnid vessel. Or what?
Mike engages his jetpack to punch Jake, who quickly ducks and grapples him to the floorboards. They roll together, trading haphazardly blows. This isn't good. The longer this fight draws out. Jake, make him remember.
I'll try.
Jake rolls on top of Mike and pins his arms down.
Remember that time in basic training when we filled the shower heads with sand and we had latrine duty for weeks? Or how about the time we got our CO's radio stuck on the kids' channel and had to listen to Dora the Explorer for 2 hours?
Oi, kids! Oh, God.
Or the crap Lundgren did, or how he almost killed us finding him out, or my own freaking name?
Jake punches the floorboard, screaming in frustration. He looks ready to turn away when...
Grandpa. Mike? Mike, can you hear me?
Seeing an opening, Mike leaps to his feet and punches Jake square in the chest, sending him crashing to your feet.
Ah!
Michelle rushes over as Jake coughs up blood.
Now stop, that's enough!
No more time. We must go. The group gathers protectively around you and Jake, but before Mike can grab Alistair away. Wait! Sean steps forward, staring at Alistair. Sean, what are you doing? We never spoke much, but I know what it's like to live in someone else's shadow. You don't owe your father anything, Alistair. His praise isn't worth this. Sean holds out his hand. Oh, what? Come with us. Try to make up for your mistakes. Help us win this. Sean, 2 seconds ago, he had you at gunpoint.
You sure picked a great time to have Stockholm Syndrome, pretty boy.
So I try not looking forward, and I try looking back. This is hard because Alistair has only tried to do things for the betterment of the group. And yes, in some misguided crap, he's tried to do things for the betterment of himself. But the group above all. I mean, let's put it this way. He didn't want his father, and he requested several times for him not to kill us. But we would have been held in captivity and prisoners, but it was a lesser of 2 evils. Alistair is very misguided. But... this one's tough for me, it really is. I have hope in Alistair, and everyone's kept asking. And everyone's been like, spit in his face, and do this, and do that, and... I did this in normal, let's go with this. You only betray us again. Sean, how can you even suggest he comes with us? After all he's done. He told people to stop shooting at us. Look at his eyes. The Alistair we know is in there.
Or he's getting manipulation lessons from Daddy.
He chose that side. Appealing to his morals is a lost cause now.
I knew you imbeciles wouldn't be able to understand.
Great, yeah. Yeah, nice time to insult people. Mike grabs Alistair's arm, and the other arachnid boat awaits in the choppy waters nearby. We must go now. Alistair's eyes glance to you before harshening to a glower.
I'm clearly not wanted here. I won't stand this pointless drivel any longer.
Alistair grasps the straps of Mike's suit. Mike immediately engages his jetpack, sprinting both of them towards the approaching speedboat.
Mike!
Jake, you may have bruised a lung. I need you to stay put for right now, okay? Just try to rest, man. As the second arachnid boat disappears in the distance, Jake holds his chest and lowers his head, his hair falling into his face. The rest of the group begins to gather at the prow.
Guys, did we really successfully rescue Sean and Craig? Buddy, we have never been happier to see you. Come here. The two pull into a hug, slapping each other's backs, while Tessa and Yvonne have already started looting the still-chained speedboat. Yvie, you better not cheat me. We loot together.
Man, do you think I would steal from you? Oh, because you're right. Sean, I'm glad you're safe.
Same to you. We have a lot to catch up on. Sean's eyes meet yours, and he pauses. First, though, I should probably check in with John.
Fine. I'm still holding you to that.
I wouldn't expect any less. Sean gives her a shoulder squeeze before jogging over to you. Sean's broad hands grip at the sides of your arms as though checking that you're real. You're really here. You really made it. So did you. Sean's face immediately falls in the light and you notice tears glinting in his eyes. John, I'm sorry. For what? What do you mean, for what? I wasn't there for you when you fell out of the chopper. I didn't have a plan. I couldn't protect everybody. Sean, really, it's not your fault. Guys, you haven't seen Zara, right? Like, have you? Everyone looks around to each other, shaking their heads. Craig stares between the floorboards. Michelle rubs his back and offers a comforting smile.
Zara's the smartest out of all of us, Craig. I'm sure she's out there.
She better be. Because if she's not, Rourke's gonna pay. I know she's tough, but after all these weeks...
Oh, no, weeks? It's only been a few days for us. It's been a month since I've seen all of you.
Wait, we've all been experiencing different wavelengths of time within the island? Have we ruled out being in the Matrix, or is that still a possibility? I love you for that. I love The Matrix. It's a fantastic movie. I actually liked all of them, but Matrix 1 was still the best. Something's changed. LaHardia wasn't like this before. It was, but you just didn't notice it as much. It's worsening. Yvonne overhears the conversation, and she shares a meaningful glance with you. There's something I should probably tell you guys. Before you finish speaking, you notice Quinn leaning on the railing, her chest heaving with heavy breaths.
It's happening again.
Sean and Craig look at Quinn with concern. Is Quinn okay?
Not exactly. It's actually why we came here. A piece of the island's heart is nearby, and when it calls to Quinn, it seems to hurt her.
Michelle and Estella help Quinn to her feet. She points tentatively towards a large atoll along the coast.
It wants me to go there.
The reefs are too dangerous. To forward with the ship, we'll have to send her on a rowboat.
Send me alone?
No one's going alone. I'll go with her.
You're both basically sisters to me, and sisters don't split up.
If you're all going, I want to go. All of your friends quickly declare that they are going, making Malatesta grumble in annoyance. A tame monkey could do this task alone. Why are all of you doing this?
I'm coming too.
Good. Are you kidding me? What kind of lily-livered hand-holding?
We all lost each other once already. I don't think we want to split up after finding each other.
Surprised faces turn to Estella, who blushes a deep red and clears her throat.
I mean, probably. I wouldn't know.
Guys, I think Katniss is finally opening up to us.
Whatever.
I think what she's trying to say is that we all in this together, so nobody gets left behind or forgotten. Jake shakes his head, but can't help grinning affectionately. If we're all going, fine. 2 boats should do it. I can swim down to get...
Jake, in your condition, the last place you should be is underwater.
Craig claps a hand on Sean's shoulder. Looks like you're up, bruh. Sean's face falls.
I don't know if I'll be able to be at my best right now.
Then I'll go with you. You haven't let anyone down. Sean, together we can do this. Shares between you and your outstretched hand and all of your worried friends. After a long silence, his hand grasps yours tightly. Spoken like a born leader. Takes one to know one, right?
Let us depart then. Prepare the rowboats.
His face is the color of raw meat, his mustache twitching angrily. Well, you're not leaving me behind. I was promised a crew, and I trust you not to gallivant on your own. He unveils 2 large rowboats and their tarps on the deck. Let's be quick, lubbers, while the sun's still high. The boats gently row into the atoll, following Quinn's directions. Below, a kaleidoscope of colorful fish, coral, and plant life dazzles your friends. Welcome to Neptune Cove, a great place to show a winch a good time.
Paul Winch.
Neptune Cove. Why does that name sound familiar? Broskies, are you seeing these colors?
I've heard some fish have psychedelic effects when you eat them.
Guys, look, I found Nemo. Is that what your people name for that fish? That's fascinating.
I wonder what freshly cut seaweed would do for a facial.
Oh, God, whatever. Sean cranes his neck over the edge and lets out a whistle.
How far does it go? I can't see the bottom.
You'll see soon enough, Michael Phelps. Altelsta and Yvonne bring the rowboats to a stop as the jagged coral formations start to catch along their undersides.
This looks like the furthest we can take you. It's definitely close by. It feels like it wants to rip me through the boat.
That's a deep reef. You've got anything to help you breathe underwater? Sean rips off his shirt and nods at you.
Alright, you ready, John?
Ready when you are. And Sean launch from the boats and dive into the reef. As colors swirl around you, you can't help but pause and appreciate the beautiful life around you. You notice a perfect circle of sea anemones. Fronds of jagged coral filled with deep crevices, and a peculiar sand dune. Or should I look for the heart? By the way, all of these are correct, or incorrect, except for sand dune. So, sea anemones has no effect. The coral has no effect. And the sand dune, actually, surprisingly, I picked that, and it is actually the correct one. Sean helps pull you down in between the fish and the overgrowth, where you plummet your hands into the sand. The soft sand billows up on the clouds, and you feel around blindlessly as the sand obscures your vision, and your hand grabs something. Unable to inspect it. Actually, no, we did the... Did we do the coral? Yeah, we did the coral. Underwater, you hold it up and push off the seafloor. You reach the surface and tread water. Sean comes up with you, a disappointment on his face. We didn't find it, did we? You hold up the object you pulled from the sand. Yeah, that's the thing we found. You turn it over to find words scratched into aged brass. No land, no sea, no one will ever keep us apart. Flora and Eugene, 1920. Oh, it's locked. I guess they never fastened it? Sean's eyes narrow and his voice lowers.
It's not the heart.
John clutches his jaw and sends a huge spray of water flying. Maybe if we try once more?
I can.
Hey, Sean.
I said I can, okay? I can't do it. I can't do anything without screwing up and someone getting hurt. The whole time I tried to be the QB, call the shots, do everything right, and where are we now? At the end of the world. Some of us missing, some of us hurt.
Sean looks down into the reef, a shell-shocked expression on his face. Sean... It's not your fault. Sean, I don't care how strong or tough you think you are. You can't shoulder the blame on things that were out of your control. You didn't know we were going to be stuck on this island, or about Rourke, or any of this.
I could have done more. Made better split decisions.
Will you cut yourself a break? Every day, we're doing all we can to survive. And somehow, we're doing it. So stop blaming yourself for everything. And come help me find a magical rock with a space-time powers, please. John looks away from you. You can't tell if the drops of water on his face are from the sea or from his eyes.
Ever since I kicked my dad's abusive alcoholic ass out of the house, I've done everything to carry the load. I don't want to be a burden on anyone, not like he was. But now, after all that's happened, You saving my ass, keeping us going. I just don't know how long I can keep pretending I'm good at this. I feel him on that. I really do. Shimmering aura rises from the depths of the reef. Sean, do you see that? Both of you freeze as the ghostly head surfaces beside you. John, get behind me. From the center of its body, the figure withdraws something small and shiny and extends it to Sean. On the back of the watch, you notice an engraving. Marcus Gale. That's not possible. It doesn't even exist anymore. The figure continues to reach out imploringly. John, what do I do here? Do I take it? So I feel, Sean, there's a lot of times I wing it. There's a lot of times I wing it. Except the watch. I think it will help. Reach forward and take the watch, then hold it to Sean. When both of your hands touch it... Ooh, a martial arts room. You see Sean in a training room, poring over pages of playbooks strewn on the floor. Condors, 15. If the Seagull's safety tries, well, he did last game. There's a crisp knock as a short woman wearing a Condors jersey rounds the corner. Mama! There's my starting quarterback. Sean puts the books aside and sweeps his mom into a big hug. Hold on. Let me get a good look at you. She pulls out of the hug and cranes her neck to look up at Sean's face. Oh, those cameras won't know what to do with you. Hopefully they only catch me when I make the good plays. She steps back and joyfully launches into a cheering routine. Get him with a forward dive, keep him swinging streak alive. Get him, Gale, give him hail. Go, Gale! Wow, okay, did you just mispronounce hell to rhyme with our name? Channing's gotta rhyme sometimes, somehow. The two laugh before sitting on a nearby bench. Tricia catches a hint of worry in her son's eyes. Coach said you were working too hard. What's wrong, baby? Sean sighs and scratches the back of his head. I've already had reporters ask me if Dad will be here, and they keep asking what he's telling me. I'm glad we've kept everything under wraps. It's just, I'm trying to be a better man than he was. But it's like I can't stop feeling him over my shoulders. Oh, Sean. Tricia cups a hand to his face. She finds a small smile covering her hand with his. I know, I'm not Dad. I'm a different person. I get it. But he's a part of you, Sean, just as I am. You can't just ignore someone that shaped us so much of your life. I know you still have his watch in your desk drawer. You deserve so much more from him. Yeah, well, we don't always get what we deserve, but even thinking of letting someone down a fraction of the way he did us. She gives his hand a squeeze. You have his strengths, too. Me did actually have a few. Do you remember Thanksgiving the first year your father was gone? How I wouldn't let anyone help me in the kitchen? Oh, do I? Especially the trip to the ER after you dropped the turkey pan on your foot. Oh, come on. I wanted to prove to everyone that I was fine without him. That I could do everything for anyone else and take care of myself. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, I thought. The truth is, baby, no one is indestructible. My bones sure wished I sucked it up and asked you for help that day. I bet. Reporters will say that they want about you. You can't control them. But don't let worrying about your father's mistakes push you into making your own. Thanks, Mama. I really needed to hear that. That's why I said it. Now, just try to relax. Remember, this is the beginning. Remember that you were #1 draft pick, and that you're already defining your own legacy. Most importantly, remember that you don't have to carry the world on your shoulders. You got plenty of good folks to share the load with. Thanks, Mama. I love you. I love you too, baby. Now relax, take a breath, and go win your first game. An actual mother that encourages their child. Almost as quickly as it started, the vision ends. The sun is going down, you're back in the water with Sean, who stares at you in awe. John, that was just what I needed. He looks down at the damaged watch before clutching it tight and smiling at you. Feeling better? Lots. The problem is, and the question is, actually, what do you do? What happens when there is no main character to help support you, or ethereal being with an item from your future that connects you to your past that will help you? What happens when you feel alone? Well, if you ever feel alone, there's people out there that will help you. And I'm such a person, so don't feel alone. The mysterious figure starts to become hazy before it can fade completely. It beckons you down into the shining reef. I'm gonna follow it. Okay, I'm coming too. Intense light is coming from somewhere amid the coral formations. You both do your best to swim after the rapidly descending spirit. When you reach the bottom, you dare to glance at the light source. You see a broken sphere of crystal. You clutch the second half of the island's heart and let your body float back to the surface. When you come back up, you find that dusk has fallen and stars are beginning to come out. As you both tread water, you and Sean gaze at the crystalline orb in wonder. He smiles faintly. Who found it? We found it. You battle back to the rowboats with Sean, brandishing the heart proudly. You did it! We had a little help. Looks like the electric light parade happened down there. Hey, if that glorified disco ball was to show you how to get into it, I'm not complaining. As you and Sean are pulled aboard, you notice Maltesta eyeing the heart. Mighty fine gym you've got there. Oh, you mother, I know what you do. Yes, that's not yours. Michelle pointedly takes the crystal and places it in her backpack, staring at Maltesta, and as she sees... Not just am I laughing, I kind of got tongue twisted. As she zips it up. Let's get back to the ship before Rorik's men come searching for it. Yvonne and Maltesta begin rowing back to the Dorado. Doodle Jones? Friends? Raj points a shaky finger to an enormous form darkening the waters beneath you. Through peaks of waves, you see dark fins writhing in the deep. Everyone immediately tenses. I've got a bad feeling about... A massive wave slams into the rowboats as a gaping mini-toothed maw rises in front of you. Oh! I hate you so much, Zetus. One of one clues, Ember found. Hope found. So like I said, for those who stayed through the whole video, thank you. Hope y'all did enjoy. No, what I said earlier, it still stands true. If you ever feel alone, like you have no one, come talk to me. You can reach me on the Discord, or you can reach me on social media links that are down below. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people that I feel like my purpose in life is to help others. And it's funny, because I always have, since I was a little kid. And sometimes I feel like you can get kicked and just crapped on and just beat down. But there's people out there, such as myself, who I feel like my destiny is to help support and help people up. And it may not be something that is fame-inducing, trust me, it's not. And people will use you, people will hurt you, and people will walk away from you because they got what they needed. But you sit there and you smile to yourself knowing that one way or another you at least help someone, whether they appreciate it or not. So, and there's times I truly feel down, but these are the curses that people like us
must carry through our life. So, without further ado, I do thank you for watching. Like I said, head down description below. There's links to social media. There's links to support my channel. Please do so if you can. And there's also a link to our Discord. Till next time, stay well, stay awesome, and thank you for watching. Peace.